guys, from Barbara and welcome to my ketogenic channel. I apologize for this noise, but this is today's recipe already cooking because we are going to prepare something amazing, but it needs 2 hours cooking at least. So it's already on. I do the intro and the outro afterward, and now we can go to prepare this Bolognese sauce. It's a classic in Italian cuisine. I highly recommend you to prepare it once in a while because it's delicious, and you can also freeze it and you will have it ready when you need it. It's truly delicious. You cannot miss this recipe. Today I will do it for my shirataki pasta, but you can prepare it also for zoodles and other recipes. You will love it. So let's And as you can see, also the ingredients are really classic. Today I used half kilo ground beef meat, then smoked bacon, and you can use as much as you like. As you can see, I like it a lot. Then I season with black pepper, salt, but also 3 cloves and 1 yellow onion, and you will see after a tip about how to put the cloves. Then you will need celery, tomato sauce, and pay attention to the carbs because there are huge difference on the different brands. Mine has 3.4% carbs. Then you will need a little wine. Somebody use the white wine. I have red wine, it's great too. And also the extra virgin olive oil, that is the most ketogenic ingredient of all. The bacon for this recipe should be cut really in tiny pieces. So even if it's already diced, I highly recommend you to cut it even better. And then to put it in the final pot, the one that will contain all the sauce, and brown it with a little olive oil at medium heat because the oil never must burn. Doesn't have to burn, maybe that's a better English, I'm not sure. So a little olive oil in the pot, and then your cut bacon or pancetta. Now we will have some time to prepare the rest of the ingredient. Something we really need for this recipe is vegetable broth. So now I will show you how to prepare a very easy one that can be useful also for other recipes. Let's start by putting some water in a big pot. Then we can add to the water big part of celery. It doesn't matter the size, so it doesn't matter even if you add leaves. But you don't need leaves and you don't want leaves for the sauce. So now I cut another part of the celery without leaves that I will add to our bacon in little pieces. It's a very big difference because for the broth it's better to have big pieces, and a lot of flavors anyway will come out. We will do the same job also for the onion, and here I will tell you my tip. We will cut it in half and we will use a big piece, half of it, for the broth, and at the other half I will cut it in little pieces and it will go into the sauce. The tip is that you should put the cloves inside the onion. This is an Italian classic secret, and it helps to take out all the flavor, both from the onion and for the cloves. And you will also avoid to have cloves inside the sauce because it will stick into the onion and you will not risk to break a teeth. You will take out the onion and the cloves will be there. So it's another thing not to worry about, and it's a very good tip. Now we cut the rest of our onion in little pieces that we will add to the bacon and the celery. Classic Italian sauce has also carrots, but they are not keto and I'm avoiding them because my family is all on a ketogenic diet and we don't eat carrots. If you want, you can add a carrot, a big piece of it, to the vegetable broth, and if you have somebody that is going to eat it, that is not on a ketogenic diet, you can do so. But we are all on keto, so I will not use carrots and I don't have them at home, of course. And now that the bacon, the celery and the onion have a lot of flavor cooked together with the extra virgin olive oil, we can add our meat. And we can leave the meat together with the rest of the ingredient to get flavor, to mix all the flavors together until it will be a little bit cooked. And also the vegetable broth, we will leave it on the fire for boiling. When it will boil, it will take out all the flavor from the vegetables. I prepare a very basic one, just with onion and celery, but you can add all the vegetables that you like for example zucchini, but also somebody add tomatoes, garlic. Aromatic herbs and spices are also great in a vegetable broth, so just make it as you like it. That's the great thing of home cooking. You can personalize all the dishes. I'm not putting too many things because the true flavors must be inside the sauce, so I don't want to mix too many flavors. That's the basic recipe, the easiest one. Then everybody can do it in his own way. And now that our meat is full of flavor because it's beginning to stick on the bottom of the pot, as you can see it's a little bit brown, we can add another important ingredient, the wine. You can skip it if you have kids or if you don't like the flavor, but it really gives an extra touch. You can use both white or red wine. And now another ingredient that is quite dangerous on a ketogenic diet, that is tomato sauce. As I told you before, you must read always the label and choose the sauce that has less carbs, or you can even prepare it by yourself without adding any sugar. I use this one because it has only 3.4% of carbs, but I only use 200 grams, so it's almost 7 grams of carbs in all the sauce. It's a little part of the sauce. Usually in a true Bolognese sauce you put at least the double or 3 times this amount of tomato sauce, but it's impossible on a ketogenic diet. The good thing is that we will use this sauce with the zoodles or with the shirataki, and both this kind of fake pasta are very wet, so it's not a problem if the tomato is just a little. It's not a big problem. And you can also put more olive oil after the preparation when everything is ready. If you think that this sauce is too dense, is not saucy enough. I don't know if it doesn't exist, this word, saucy. Let me know. As you can see, even with 2 only vegetables, this broth is already changing the color of the water into a yellow one. It means that all the things from the vegetables passed into the broth. I recommend you not to put salt into this broth because you can use it for different preparations, so maybe for some of them you will need salt, for other you will not, like the one we are preparing today. So you can add it afterwards when you use it or to your main dish. It's easier and you will not make it too salty. And all the cooking should go on for more than 2 hours, at least 2 hours, with the cover on, but the cover shouldn't close all the pot, as you can see in the video. Then we can open it sometimes and add a little bit of broth if it's too dry. We must stay in the kitchen, we must keep an eye on it, but it's totally worth it, because even if it doesn't look very good, it's delicious. And here's the final result. I can promise you that you can eat it even like this, without any spaghetti, because it's truly yummy. And you can also put it in the freeze. You can frozen it with a little bit of oil on top and in a glass jar like the one I'm using now. This was a long recipe, but don't miss the quick walk that I will do after the goodbyes, because Stockholm is always beautiful. I really hope you will like today's recipe and you will consider subscribing to my channel. See you here every Monday at 2 o'clock Italian time with another ketogenic video in English, but also on Wednesday with the same video in Spanish, and on Friday in Italian. Thank you all for subscribing, for liking my video and for leaving a nice comment down below. Thank you. See you next week.
Up all night with you.